Welcome to part 2 of my look at Zno. If you are a photographer looking to elevate your presentation and delivery game, imagine a world where your creative vision meets the sleek finish of professional albums and galleries, all with the ease of cloud-based technology. In the bustling world of photography, your choice of tools can make or break the client experience. And today, we're diving into another game changer for professionals who are serious about their craft, Zno Designer. This is their album design and album proofing feature. Now, this video is sponsored by Zno, but they have no say whatsoever in the words that I share, in the video that I share. They have absolutely no say about what I talk about their product. All the words you hear and my thoughts are all of my own, with no influence by Zno. But thank you, Zno, for sponsoring this video. I mentioned this in my previous video about Zno Gallery, but it is not just another name in the photography industry. Zno is a multi-threat. They are a print lab and a software company, and they are redefining how photographers design their albums and share their work. With a direct comparison to industry giants, Zno Designer emerges not just as a competitor, but as an innovator. And when it comes to albums, Zno Designer offers a polished, user-friendly alternative to those other solutions, with the added bonus of turning clicks into prints with its integrated store and integration with their other software products like Zno Gallery. For example, we can create a gallery and then build an album based on that gallery, which you are about to see in this video. So what sets Zno apart in a market flooded with options? Stay tuned as we explore the nuances that make Zno Designer not just a tool, but a partner in your photography business, promising to add value with every photo turned into a story. So let's head over to the computer and have a look at Zno Designer. Okay, we are back. And in the last article, I shared about Zno's gallery solution, their gallery software. Today, we're going to talk about their album designer feature, which has an album proofer as part of it, and wall art, cards, and you can do other print products, but it all starts from an album rather than a gallery. So I'm already logged in. I'm already logged into Zno. I'm going to go to the workspace. And now, instead of gallery, we're going to start with a new project, a new album project. So I'm going to hit create a new project. And right away, you're presented with what album company are you going to use? Because this is Zno, they have their own print lab. We're going to do this with Zno's album features, right? We're going to do it with their album prints. And now the categories, we're going to choose photo albums and books, but you can see you can add in a variety of things, including USB, DVD, and do people even use DVD anymore? Proofing products, business and branding, of a wide variety. But we're going to do photo albums and books. And the product we're going to do, I want to do a lay flat. Lay flats are so beautiful. And then we're going to do the cover. So I am a big fan of linen. I also like leather, but there's the leatherette. Let's see, it's going to update in a second with that. I'm assuming the preview is going to change in a moment. Just thinking. Actually seems like it's kind of stuck. We're going to refresh that. I don't know what's going on there. Let's try this again. Lay flat. And this time I'll go to linen. That seems to go. And then we will go with a design collection. Ooh, UV, foil, and emboss. I want foil and emboss. And then the album size, we're going to do a nice big 11 by 14. I want it to be landscape, so 11 by 14 that way. And then we'll call this Mary and Charlie, and we'll hit start. Okay, so now we've got to add photos. So we're going to skip this. We're going to add photos, and I'm going to do it from a Zno Gallery. So here's the cool part. This is why I started with Zno Gallery as my first video and article. if you didn't start with the Zno Gallery, you could start from a computer. You could start with history projects, and you could start with the retoucher. But I am just doing it from a Zno Gallery, and we're going to choose the church photos, the bride getting ready photos, and the groomsmen photos. 177 photos selected, and I'm going to hit add photos. You can choose how you want to group it. So, I mean, this all from the same day, so we're just going to do it like that. And yeah, we're going to, let's see, the previews are all loading, and let's check out the settings here. So default color background is white. You can change the fonts of what they have built in. I can get too creative with this. It's kind of scary how creative you can get. I like Zen. That's kind of cool. And the border, you can do all that. Apply to existing. Okay. Now, one of the things that I love about the album design software that I've used before, the one that I typically use, but again, I'm not going to mention their name. This is a video sponsored by Zno, so I'm only going to be talking about what Zno can do. But one of the nice things about the other one that I have used is that I can do this auto design feature. Now, I know how that one works. I'm not sure how this one works. I'm assuming, I have my assumptions, but we're going to see in a second. I'm going to just hit autofill. Your book currently does not have enough pages for your images. Running autofill will add 70 more pages. Yes, I want to continue. Let's see what happens. It's going to automatically design the album for me now. Oh, this is just the cover. Oh, that'll do it. That explains a lot, actually. Okay, so if I want to, I can design the cover now. So let's focus on the cover, and then we'll look at the autofill, what was autofilled in a second. So we got weddings. Yeah, that'll be reset that. Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty. Okay, let's see if I do this one. That's a little more boring. That's nice. Okay, so I can go in here. I can change this to Charlie and Mary. We could change the colors, so I can actually change the actual front. Oh, that's so pretty. I wonder if I can find a color that matched their... No, they don't have the color, but it's okay. These are nice. Oh, that's such a nice green. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna go with that. Although these could be changed as well. So I could go back into this and I can change the color of the embossing as well, but I'm gonna leave that. Okay. There's also laser engraving if I want to add that. All right, let's go to the linings. The linings, you've got cotton paper, translucent paper, linen, and you can change the colors as well. So I actually like the cotton paper here. Well, can I change it? I think I have to, oh, there it goes to change. Yeah, I like the white. Okay. You can add in more debossing and UV printing here. Edit page. All right, so here is what it did right out of the gate. It's doing the first photo, and you can see what it did for the next page. Oh, I see. This is a smart layout. These are the layouts. Got it. Okay. There's a lot of layout choices. I can go to the next page, and we can see preview the pages. So here's page 3 and 4. Now, to me, I might consider actually cropping and doing something more like this, because this is a lay flat. So I can click in here, I can drag. Oh, we want to undo that. I actually want to, I would do something like this. That is more what I would do. And then here's smart layout. So what it did is actually use every single photo to just, that's what I was kind of assuming was going to do, but it is doing smart layout choices based on the photos, which is nice. I assumed it was going to do every single photo, which is exactly what it did. Which is not the end of the world. You just have to know that going into things. So here's page 7 and 8, 9 and 10. So you can see it's telling a story. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. I would choose one of these. I wouldn't do both. I'd probably remove this one from it, which again, this is me doing because I wasn't sure going into this that I was going to do every single photo, even though I did say add all the photos, because some software doesn't do that. Some of them say these are the best ones, these are what we're going to add, the others we're not going to add. So in this case, I would in fact remove one of these. I'd probably remove this one from it and then redo this, right? So that's fine. Here, I would never put this in the middle because look what it did. It split it in between the two of them. So this one's not ideal. One thing that is kind of cool though, let's see. Yeah. If I wanted to, I could make that black and white. So you can do that right in here. You can also do sepia if you want. You could add borders to an image if you want, other effects, gradient, so I can add a shadow if I wanted to. So some of it, just to make it stand out a little more or whatever, if you wanted to, you can mess around with that sort of thing. Gradient, I don't know why I probably wouldn't do that on this, but anyway, so you get the idea. There's things that you can do on the photos to make them stand out a little more from the other. But again, I wouldn't do this one here. I would probably just completely remove this one. I'd probably do something else instead. Okay, going to the next photo, next pages. So this is kind of cool. Again, I wouldn't put that in the middle because that just not so great. Yeah, lay flats, you're less likely to see the seam as if it was a different type of album, but at the same time, you don't want a face to go right through the lay flat. Okay, so this gives an idea of how this works, right? You can go through each page, you can change the layout, you can navigate the pages. I could go and do something like this if I want. So many different choices of what you can do for all the photos, right? And all the layouts. You can also add your own layout if you want. You can make a page that's just text if you want. There's such a wide range of things you can do. You could show the bleed lines, right? So I can see where the bleeds would be, but this is a lay flat and it's a full bleed, so your safety is within the red dots, but at the same time, you should be okay. You could clear it. You could add a frame if you want, add a portrait frame, add a landscape frame, change your background, add text, things like that. You could add comments. So this is where you start proofing, which we'll get to that as well. And basically we go through all that. So that's the edit page, the arrange page. If you want to rearrange things, you could do that. I'm assuming, let's see what happens. Can I just drag and drop? Yes, I can. So there we go. I can just take one photo from one section if I wanted to and rearrange it into a different. Lots of things that you can do as far as that. I can delete a photo. It looks like real easily. And look at that auto layout. Very, very nice. I love when things work that seamless. So I might actually say I would start with arrange pages before I even get to edit pages. I'd probably reverse these because I feel like this gives you more of an overview of the story versus edit page where you dial in all of your settings for each page. So to me, I would reverse the two up here in this workflow of how you edit the album. All right, select the theme. Okay, so if I wanted to, I can make a whole theme to the actual book with these different intricate things throughout it. So I can go in, I can add in some themed pages, which to me, this kind of thing is a little more tacky for a wedding, but it could be good for senior photos. It could be good for family photos. As you can see, like this looks really nice for a graduation. I wouldn't do it for a wedding, but everybody has their own thing, right? Okay. So here's decoration. So you can add those sort of decorative parts if you want. So I could add in a background to here. And now I've got this sort of marbled background. If I wanted to, I could add in bricks. It's gonna look really tacky, but I can add bricks in here. I can go in, I can say, let's change the bricks to, what is this? Like a wood background. I could add some leaves. So you can make it pretty tacky if you really want to, but you don't have to. And yeah, okay, so I've got this album now that's fully designed. And I think we're good to go. Now, how do I go from here? Okay, so I can download the specs. That's interesting. It's giving me a PSD of the specs. So I guess if I wanted to design something manually, design service, you can actually hire them to design your album for you. which I'm not going to do. And then we can proof it. Once the proof URL is generated. Okay, so client email. So we're going to add myself. And I will add myself. Copy. Send email. Okay. So I should have an email now. Let's check that out. I didn't get the email for some reason. So we're just going to use the link that it gave me. I'm going to type in test. You can see a logo example. So this can be customized somewhere in here. We'll have to figure out where that can be customized. Let's make sure we save this. Okay. All right. So now I can go and I can see. Here's the proofer. Move to one side. Not good in middle. Add comment. Here's a comment added. Love this. Add the comment. So you can see that the client could add in their comments. Remove this one. And remove this one. So the client, the client can add their comments, or if you're using an album editor, for example, they can add their comments, or you could add their comments if they're editing for you, whatever it might be. You can work collaboratively, and we're saving all comments. Send comments. So now the comments have been sent. So I should now have in all the comments in here. So if I go back to proof, show comments. Aha. Okay, so let's go to edit page. Pages. Okay, so it's saying here's the note. Move it off to the side. So let's do a different layout for this, right? Let's do this layout. Or let's do, I don't want it to be cropped. I guess it could be cropped. That's not bad. Okay, so that one's done. Now we go to the next page. I think there was another comment. Love this. Another comment. So now they're saying, remove this one. So we're going to remove this photo. This photo, gone. This photo, gone. Let's go back to layout. Smart layout. Remove this photo. Gone. We can remove this one. Gone. Just because. Smart layout. There we go. Let's just make it more concise. There we go. Perfect. Okay. I think that was all the comments. Okay. So it is all done. We can hide the comments. So there is the retouch photos feature here as well. I'm assuming this uses Zno's retoucher feature. Yeah, I believe it does. I'm going to show this just because why not? I wasn't asked to even look at this, but I'm going to just show what the capabilities are. So they have these AI presets in here. Auto color, go vivid, go auto details, auto classic, beautify. I actually like that a lot, actually. And now we got smoother skin. We can do faces, full body. We don't need the full body. Shine removal. Let's see it with it. Yeah, doesn't really need it. Face contouring. We don't really need that. Blemish removal. Why not? Eyes. We don't need to enlarge the eyes. Dark circles, eye enhance. We can remove all of those. We don't really need those. Teeth whitening. Sure, why not? And yeah, let's see. Basic beauty. Basic beauty. Okay, so we got different tabs. Exposure is good. Skin color, okay. Advanced. Neutral density. That's interesting. Okay, so we're just gonna hit retouch. So this photo should have been retouched. Quick look at Zno's retoucher feature. Original. Updated. Let's close that. Okay. Now, we don't need to clone. So we've got the share button where we can share the URL, anonymous. We can even embed this on our own website if we want. That's a really nice feature. The preview is a nice, large, distraction-free preview of the album. No notes will be visible, just the album in its beautiful layout. You can save. And of course, once the client approves the album. Okay, so let's go back to here. Let's refresh as the client. I have to figure out where we change the logo when it comes to let's see, I bet I'm gonna save that and go back to here. Logo. Okay, so I just added our logo for Zno Photography. Now if I refresh this, in theory, this should say Zno Photography. If this was done correctly, yay, it does. Okay, so there was a password for test. I'm gonna submit that, go back into here, and now we're going to approve the album. Okay, album is approved. Let's close that. Now let's order. There we go. Okay, so we've got it all in here. We can see that there's some empty photo frames. That's okay. That's just whatever. It's not gonna let me order because I have some empty photos. I didn't adjust it. Let's do auto fix. Now let's check. Okay. Now I'm not gonna hit approve because I think that it starts the ordering process when I do this. Actually, let's see what happens. Okay, good. So this album would cost me $563. I would probably charge the client over $1,000 for it with the coupon here as well. Add copy and save 10%. That's kind of cool. You can add a parent album, add a gift box. Nice. You can add a gift box to it. You can edit the gift box, probably put a logo on it. Oh, you can add a photo to it. So you can edit that as well. That is really nice. Let's see. So if I wanted to do everybody who was at the church that day, we've got a big group photo. Do different color, okay. Custom logo, studio logo. We've got a big group photo. Do different color, okay. Custom logo, studio logo. Add UV print, cover logo. Got it. Page, can you do a photo? Okay, you can't do a photo. Add debossing, add custom text. Nice. Save. Again, this order button, similar to the gallery, it's not an order button, it's an add to cart button. That should be adjusted because it's confusing. All right, add parent album. So you can do a mini album of the same thing. That is cool without having to do another layout. You can just click this and have a mini album made for parents. Arrange pages. Okay, I'm just gonna hit order because I don't need to change anything, but otherwise it's the same exact thing, just smaller. So that's really cool. Approve. Okay, so now we've got one parent album. We've got with 90 pages. Okay, so it's less pages. Oh, there's plus additional pages, so it did add more. So we've got a parent album, we've got the book, and we've got the lay flat, beautiful 11x14 album. Then you go to shipping. You can apply coupon codes. You can see here's a coupon code. You go to shipping and order your album, and then you can deliver it to your client. All right. So that is Zno Designer for albums. Thing, just smaller. So that's really cool. Approve. Okay, so now we've got one parent album. We've got with 90 pages. Okay, so it's less pages. Oh, there's plus additional pages, so it did add more. So we've got a parent album, we've got the book, and we've got the lay flat, beautiful 11x14 album. Then you go to shipping. You can apply coupon codes. You can see here's a coupon code. You go to shipping and order your album, and then you can deliver it to your client. All right. So that is Zno Designer for albums. Boy, oh boy, Zno Designer and Zno Gallery together. You want to talk about a powerhouse. Zno Gallery, as you saw in the previous video, allowed us to easily create a gallery and start from the pre-existing Lightroom workflow that we are already used to. You can take it to the next level when it comes to album design by using Zno Designer. And it's impressive. Zno Designer, they've got a lot of features that do rival the competition in the album design space. The proofing solution works extremely well. And the ordering system, with its little bit of quirks, it also works very well. Now, I have not personally tried their prints. I have not personally tried the printing quality of their albums, but I've seen them at trade shows, and they look good. Now, with that said, here is a recap of what sets Zno Designer apart from the others. Well, Zno is entirely cloud-based, which means that their album design system is also cloud-based, no software required. That means you can design, proof, and order an album without you or your client downloading any software. That's beautiful. You can pull images from your computer, from a folder, wherever, or you can pull them from a Zno Gallery directly into Zno Designer. You can switch between page layouts and drag and drop and quickly remove or rearrange and add background and all these other things easily in their system. And of course, it's a highly competitive pricing model to the competition because Zno is the software and the print lab solution. No third-party prints required, but that is an option if you prefer to use another company to print the albums. So, thank you again, Zno, for sponsoring this video. Am I switching to Zno for my album design? Maybe. I still have some thinking to do, but call me impressed.